What's up, guys? It's Will. Welcome to Dropship Conversion Academy. I know this video has been on a big delay for a long time, but basically I do need to get this video out there because I've been doing a lot of one-on-one calls with everybody, been helping a lot of people out, been seeing a lot of success, been seeing people get their first sales, and it's about time I start sharing a lot of the information that I've been finding really valuable to everybody on a course format. So what this is, to just start off, is this is a full-fledged course, okay? We're getting straight into this. There's going to be nothing left behind, so I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not going to keep anything for secret people. This is a full-fledged course, and the reason why is because I don't ever see myself making a course. And I know a lot of people think, like, why? That's stupid. You're just leaving yourself out on some income you could be making, but really I'm more interested in the mentorship aspect. I feel like I can coach people really well because I like working with people one-on-one and seeing what the struggle is so I can pinpoint it out. And the issue with courses is you can't do that. It's with courses, it's just a cookie cutter approach, and you kind of have to take it for what it is and hope you can figure it out. But at least if I'm here, I can help you out, and that's why I'm doing a lot of mentorship along right now with the Facebook group, which I can put in the description right now for you guys to join. Get on with that, get in our messenger chat, start asking me questions while you can, because we've been growing a lot, and I've actually had to struggle with maintaining the one-on-ones that I do with people recently. So soon enough, it's going to have to be starting. I'm going to have to start charging people because I just literally won't have all the time to do all these one-on-ones with everyone. But what I'm doing to ease that workload on me is create this course so that a lot of the basic questions that people ask, you'll get it right here in all these videos. So with this first video, it's not going to be too deep into strategy or anything. This is just the video for the people who are very brand new at this, who are kind of going into e-commerce and have no idea what we're doing here. So this is going to be my take on what the best cookie cutter approach is in terms of an e-commerce course. So I'm going to be going over a lot of things. Let me pull it up right here. I have the entire course description here, or at least the first section of the course. So this is going to be the welcome video. We're going to go over the explanation of dropshipping. It says right here on the screen, mindset heavy content. And that's one thing I need to emphasize to you guys, is that I'm not going to be teaching you guys a lot of the unnecessary things that I think, because a lot of the stuff you can find it everywhere else, right? Like I tell this all the time. The reason why I don't really support courses that much is because there is so much free content on YouTube that if you're going around spending thousands of dollars on courses, there's a good way to do it, but most people are taking it the wrong way, right? I know of a lot of advanced people who are in my mentorship groups and people who mentored me who have spent thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars to fly to the other side of the world and go to places like Thailand to do mentorship groups in person with people like the Tan brothers, for example. And that's where you can spend a lot of money on courses. But if you're going to spend money, I really suggest you keep that money and use it towards your store, and especially your ad budget, because that's where your money is going to be really the most valuable in the beginning, is when you actually get to test and take action, put yourself in the field, start actually taking action on e-commerce. That's where you're going to learn everything, is by doing so. But at the same time, I'm going to be very heavy on the mindset, guys, because mindset is super important in drop shipping. You can be absolutely good at everything else, but if you're the type of person who falters under pressure, or if you're the type of person who is too uncomfortable to spend money, and if you're the type of person who doesn't believe that you can actually succeed, you won't, and you will fail just like the other 95% of people who try dropshipping, right? I've seen a lot of people come in this game and dip out after a month and lose like $900, right? And that's probably what most people do. Most stores on Shopify end up just being complete failures. So don't be that failure. And I hope if you guys are here that I can teach you the mindset, which is probably like 90% of the game. 90% of this e-com game is mindset. And that applies to business as well, is that this is just, it's difficult and it's hard, but this is why down the road you get to live off passive income, buy cool shit. And I really suggest you guys stick in it for the long run. So that being said, let's go over what drop shipping is, right? So I have a little explanation for you right here. So let's say you're just cruising on Facebook, right? And you run across an ad. So here is an ad for a 50% off hair wax ad. So this is the entire thing that's happening in the customer process, is they see this ad, they're like, oh cool, they click on shop now, they land on this page, right? And for Emporium Pop, I'm sorry if this is your website, I'm just using it as an example, but yeah. So we can see here, $26.99 Canadian for this. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to go on AliExpress right here, and we're going to see that we can actually buy this here for $4.99. So if you don't understand the dropship model already, what we're going to do is essentially build a website like this. We're going to upload this product on here, talk about it, sell it basically, and essentially what we want to do is drive people to come onto this website, click add to cart, and then purchase it from us, and then they will give us our money, right? And what we do is we take the money that they give, we come here on AliExpress, we buy the item, and then we basically just use the money that they gave us to purchase it, and then we keep the rest as a profit. And that's how we run the business, that's how we fund ads, and that's how we fund the lifestyle basically, right? So that's the whole dropship business model, and it doesn't just apply to AliExpress. More recently, things like this, like print on demand, have become very, very popular. A lot of guys are teaching this now, where you basically just upload designs on shirts, and then you can use services like T-Launch, for example. See this crew neck right here, it's $18. Here they're selling it for $49. So you can see there's a good profit margin right there as well, right? It's very popular with necklaces, jewelry, for example, like we can see here on hiphoppling.com. Once again, to all these website owners, I'm not really trying to exploit or say anything bad about you guys. You're not doing anything wrong. I'm just using you guys as an example. And you can see here they're selling these iced out necklaces, and this one here is $109. We go on AliExpress, we can find anywhere from $6 to $10. So you can see there's a nice profit margin there as well. And that's just to say that this is the issue that I have with people talking about dropshipping, is a lot of the times people say like, oh, you're scamming people, or you're being unethical. But you have to realize every single day, this is what every business does. If you walk into a Walmart, whatever you're buying from them, they're buying it at wholesale, bulk prices, getting it insanely cheap and selling it to you by marking it up at a higher price and keeping the profit. That's how these businesses work. That's how they make money. So for you to shame people for doing this is kind of just saying you have no concept of how business works, right? So for example, here's Sephora, a really big, massive makeup company, right? They're selling these things here called jade rollers, where they basically sell them for $50 Canadian, but you can buy them for $2 on AliExpress, right? So what they do is they buy these, they stick a little brand on here, stick Mountain Lie on there. And just as a side note, guys, branding is the most key thing. As we go into 2019 with dropshipping, I'm going to be heavily emphasizing this throughout the course, is that branding is going to be super, super key. 2 years ago, you could send people to a random website, right? Like, for example, I know one, geez, I'm just exposing everybody here, but there's another store I know called sickstuff.co, right? It's such a random website, and you can see their whole layout is so random. I mean, this still works. If you know how to write good ad copy, like this stuff right here, and you know how to create a good ad on Facebook, something like this, you can still make a lot of money doing stuff like that and selling just the most random products. Where's the page? Here it is. So you can still make money doing this, but as time goes on, you're going to want to build really, really well branded websites and establish a brand. Like Sephora, for example. Sephora, they're doing the dropship model, you can see here as well, just as a way to supplement their retail stores, right? What else do I have here? Oh yes, I was looking at Kylie, because Kylie Lip Kits, it's dropshipping. It's just but really what she's doing is she's bulk wholesale purchasing the items in advance. So it's not really dropshipping, but it is dropshipping, because she's sourcing her products from Alibaba, which is what everybody's doing at the end of the day. And one thing you learn about dropshipping is it's kind of just like a shortcut to creating your own brand. And it's really amazing, because down the road, you don't want to be constantly dropshipping. You eventually want to get to the point where you're making a lot of money that you can order wholesale from Alibaba, maybe bring it to a fulfillment center here in the Canada, United States, wherever you may be living, and then you can ship it out from there and really, really create your own really cool brand, right? So that's really the whole long-term vision you need to have of dropshipping, is this isn't just a get-rich-quick scheme where you can start selling cheap products to people. That's the absolute wrong way to look at it, is you still want to be making sure your products are high quality. You want to be shipping to people as quick as you can, and eventually down the road, you'll have enough money where you can brand your products and white label them, which is essentially what Kylie Jenner did with this. So you can see here, this one here is called Bud K. And here's her version of it, which she's selling for 15 US, and you can get it for about $1. This is why I love the makeup niche, is because there's a lot of profit in it. But and just another example is we look at Sephora again. Plenty of brands here. This one is called, I think it's Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Palette it's like a powder for your eyes kind of thing. I'm not too sure. $55 Canadian. And you can imagine how many grams of product there is in there. Probably not that many. But as you can see, if we were to go to Alibaba.com, we can actually buy these pigments by the ton for $1,000 a ton. So you can imagine how many grams there are in here. And $55 for that much. $1,000 for a ton of it. A literal ton of it. So I hope that kind of explains. I know I went pretty quick, but I don't want to make these videos insanely long, especially this first one, because it's kind of just an introduction video. But essentially what dropshipping is and how we get into the e-commerce game is we're basically going to be selling products, and the whole value in this business interaction is in the sense that we need to be good marketers. That is essentially the only thing you're doing here is you are building a great website like this, for example, and we want to send traffic to it. And the reason why we get to profit money is because through advertising platforms like Facebook ads, which is going to be the main one I teach you guys in this course, is we need to figure out how to put the right products in front of the right people and convince them to purchase. And essentially, I remember reading this in a sales book before, is that your job as a salesman is to get the right product to the right person, because that product can really change their life. Like, for example, this hair product, maybe there's a lot of people out there who really, really want to get their hair dyed blue, but they don't want to go to the salon. It's a lot of money. Bleaching their hair is a lot of damage to it. And really, a product like this, getting this hair gel, easily solves that issue for such a low amount of money, right? So that's the value in there, is that if you can show the solution to a problem that someone has, that's where you as a marketer get to chip in on the value and make some money. So that's basically all I really have to say about dropshipping. Is it's an amazing way to make money. It's only getting better and better every single year. The e-commerce industry is just booming and booming and booming. You look at Amazon. There's so much for us to cover, honestly. Like, the amount of content there is to dive into is even once you're done this course, by the time I'm done this entire course, the entire industry is probably going to change by a good amount. So it's one of those things where you have to dive deep into, get really, really, really in depth with all the information that you can get right now, and then figure out how you can stay current, because this is a really fast moving market, and there is a lot of money to be made if you know how to capitalize on it correctly. And essentially what I'm going to try to guide you, everybody who's watching this video, is to not end up like the 95% of people, because 95% of people who get into this e-commerce game end up going to Facebook groups and asking the most stupid questions. These are people who have no idea how to get sales, and it's always just because of these terrible blind spots that everybody gets into. And there's so much money to be made in this game, guys, and it's not, you need to really get out of that mindset where you think that there's a whole piece of the pie and you want to come in. And, the more people that come in, they're taking away pieces of your pie, which in a way is true, but you don't want to have that scarcity mindset, because this industry is worth a lot of money. And if you come in and take even like 0.000%, 0.0001%, you can still have a lot of money to buy a Lamborghini, a nice house, fuel, whatever it is you want in life. If you were chasing all those material things, if that's what you're into, you can get all that. Or if you just want to have financial stability to really pursue your passions and do things that you've always wanted to do in life, that's completely possible too with e-commerce. I don't work a retail job anymore because of e-commerce. It's amazing. E-commerce has completely changed my life, and it did it in less than 2 months. I started my entire journey in June with the mentorship of a guy named Andy Mai, which I suggest you guys look at as well. Yeah, e-commerce is amazing, and that's why I'm trying to share this with everybody. And I'm going to do it completely free here on YouTube, but I'm also going to be offering a lot of premium services for people who want to take it more seriously, and that's all the coaching and everything. But yeah, guys, I'm just really excited that you're here watching this video. If you got to the end of it, I'm happy for you. That means you're progressing forward. And we're going to stop this right here. And then the next video, we're going to go into more about how we're going to get started into our e-commerce journey. So with that being said, guys, smash that subscribe button below, like, comment, share, whatever you think is necessary. And just stay tuned in for the value, guys. So hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.